you don't want to do nothing to your food. You know?
No.
Definitely not.
So you definitely don't want to say that to them while they're working on your food. But
No.
that's why I try to cook at home, child.
Yes.
But my scriptures is Romans 8:29 through 31. And it says, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, which he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. What shall we say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? So, the call of God will disrupt your life.
Yes.
You know how, well, let me talk about me. When I was a young woman, you know, I had my whole life planned out. Oh, I'm going to get married by the time I'm this age. I'm going to have this many kids. I'm going to have this kind of car. I'm going to have this kind of house. I'm going to live this kind of life and this, that, and the other thing, you know. And I just had it all planned out how it was going to go, right? And then the call of God come on your life and just mess up all your plans. They said, if you ever want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
Yes.
And so, but the thing about it, when the call of God comes, you know, you have a choice. You can either answer the call or not. So, what made you answer the call when he called? What made you give up a man you could see for a man you couldn't see?
Well, I would say because the man that I couldn't see was realer than anything I could see. It was realer, it was more precious. Nothing, no man could make me feel like that. No woman, no child, no nothing. You know, so it was like that connection with Creator. Can't nobody do you like Jesus. So that'll make you give it up.
that call, when he called you, you answered him because your spirit knew his voice.
Yes.
Yeah. See, he called what was his. When you think about it, you know, the scriptures say those he foreknew, he did predestinate, and them he also called. He foreknew, you know. So as we become more spiritual, little by little, you know, we come into the awareness of who we really are, because we were spirit first before God put us in a body.
Yes.
And he called us out of the spirit and put us in a body. That was that first call. And in order to bring us out of eternity and put us in time, he had to put us in a body. And in doing that, once we got to that physical body, we no longer could remember what was in the spirit. We didn't have no memory of that because now we're in this body. So now we're in this body, we got to learn all over again. Now we're on that search. Now we're looking for love in all the wrong places. You know, we're doing all kind of stuff until he calls us to salvation. And then when he calls us to salvation, that's when he calls us to forget all this stuff we done learned in this body and then serve the spirit. You know, he said, walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. You know, so when he calls us to salvation, then our spirit connects with him again. And then
we got to know that the interruption in the connection was not the body, because he created us so he wanted us to be seen too. But the disconnect wasn't from the body. Disconnect was from disobedience. Because when he had Adam they were totally connected with God. They were speaking to him in the cool of the day. He had a mind like God. He can name all the animals and everything and remember everything like that. He had a perfect memory. They knew God. They were born knowing God. But we wasn't. We were born knowing sin.
Right.
So for us, we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. So we had to, like you said, we got to, when we connect back, royalty, reconnected. When we reconnect back to the source, which sin was the cause, and we connect now, we got to learn who we are. Right. Adam and Eve knew who they were. They knew. They were born, I'm saying, knowing. We wasn't. We were born not knowing who we was because of his error. Sin.
But when he